Welcome back to a brand new episode of Be Supreme Spotlight. And you know how we do it. We got another special episode today. We got Mr. Are You Dumb?
Yes, sir.
You already know what it is.
Yes,
So I'm
sir.
going to get out the way. I'm going to let him introduce himself, tell y'all where he from.
Absolutely, man. You got Zak North in the building here. I am Zak North. First of all, you can find me at my website. We just launched that. Shout out to my team. IamZakNorth.com. That's Z-A-K, no C in the name, Z-A-K. IamZakNorth.com. And I'm originally from North Carolina. I'm from Western North Carolina. But we in the building right now. Supreme. Get ready to go up for y'all.
Okay. So, like I said, this is Mr. Are You Dumb? So we go ahead and jump into that track, 'cause that's a hard track. That's something that you listen to, it's stuck in your head.
Yeah.
I'm interested in finding out what was like the vision for that song.
For sure, man. So, creatively speaking, man, like anytime some artists, and some writers, they write first and then they get a producer to play the instrumentation behind that. For me, music is therapy to me. Therapeutic to me is therapy, and so, bruh, I gotta hear the beat first. So when I hear the beat, then the beat just music starts talking to me. So I like that. So initially when I first heard it, bro, I automatically heard "Are You Dumb?" and I'm like, oh, that's a chorus. That's a hook. So start writing around that, and then once the song was done, you know what I mean. Just talking to my team, talking to my manager. Shout out Stilo. And we game planning about the record, and we just like, yo, this sound like Shaq, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
heard it as soon as you heard it.
Yeah, bro. Like playing it back, we're like, oh, this is crazy, bro. We should get Shaq on here.
Mm-hmm.
And so send the record to Shaq, and Shaq's son really made the decision for him. He said, bro, my son was singing it. He said a couple of days later he was still singing. He was like, oh yeah, I got to get on now.
Exactly.
So then, we made that happen.
Yeah, see, and that's why I say it's a song that it gets stuck in your head. When I let one of my friends hear it, and she kept saying it, and she was like, "You gotta say it just like that. Are you dumb? You gotta say it just like that with the emphasis." Yeah, so it's definitely. I feel like that's gonna be one of them tracks that's gonna live for a long time for you. I feel like it's gonna definitely keep going up.
I appreciate that. I hope so, man. That's the goal.
You have you had an opportunity to perform that?
Are You Dumb?
Yeah.
Man. We actually, bruh. So, even though we released Are You Dumb this year, bro, we recorded Are You Dumb over a year ago.
Okay.
And we did everything over a year ago. And so, of course, me being an artist, I'm excited. So, as soon as we did it, I'm like, I got to perform it tonight.
Yeah.
And, everybody like, but the song ain't out. I'm like, so what?
Yeah.
So, when I performed it, after that, people came up and they was like, bro, that record go hard, and then from there, we kind of knew, okay, we need to slow down and put this out the right way, get some visuals behind it. So when we got the visuals even crazier than the song is.
Yeah. So I had met you at the Out the Mud event last week in person. Were you gonna perform that song? Were you gonna perform Are You Done then?
Yeah, I was gonna do Are You Done? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I know you were saying how you had a plan, you had the lights, you had everything ready. Like, tell the people a little bit about what a live performance from Zak North would be like.
For sure, man. It really depends on the venue. It depends on like the crowd, like what set we at, how I go about it. So last week, you know what I'm saying, like the type of setup it was. I looked at the other artists on the platform, and my wardrobe. Usually, man, I'm leathered out. I'm giving you a full show wardrobe. But last week I was just on some chill type stuff. So, with that being said, we still wanted to make sure we give the essence of Zak North. So we got a lighting director. Shout out our LD. Shout out Serenity for my kid for pulling in the dancers. We had dancers lined up. So when you come to the show, man, I want you to be able to experience the music, not just hear it. You know what I mean? So I was gonna pop it off. A lot of people, they say, oh, he can make a song. But first and foremost, I'm a writer and I rap. So I was going to pop it off just a cappella, just spit.
So you classify yourself as a writer?
First and foremost, I'm a writer first.
So that means you feel like you can write any form of song, like an R&B track?
Yeah, right. R&B. I have R&B records. I can write rock. I can write top 40. I can write country.
Oh, so you're a real writer. You're a real writer.
Well, I break out in a country song right now that I
But when you listen to your songs, the ones that's already out, like you could hear a lot of different styles. You could hear a lot like that you can play with a lot of different things, and I think that's gonna be like a breath of fresh air to like a lot of people when they just because it's like you already got an image. You got an image that come with you, and then they hear a certain sound they think they gonna hear, but it ain't what they hear every time.
Right.
They don't know what they gonna get. Because Are You Dumb does not sound exactly like any other track that you got, in my opinion.
Right.
So is that something that you try to do?
Well, so the songs that we put out last year, so a mixtape called "If You Love Me, Let Me Know," and on that compilation, those were songs that I was just like, they didn't have a sonic center. It was not much of a direction. Like, I'm just writing, and we just put it together to say, okay, let's package these songs together and let's present the concept of your mask. And so it was a song called "On Fuck With You," and that song went crazy for us last year.
That's my joint. I like that one.
Yeah, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Went crazy for us. And so we ran with that. But then I was like, hold on. People was real curious. But because we didn't have like a direction for the music, think about it. Music is emotional. And so when you feel a certain way, you want to go listen to something that mirrors the way you feel.
Definitely.
And for me as an artist, I had to step back and create a box. I know I don't like to be put in a box, but I had to put myself in a box to say, okay, what people gonna come get from me? So I wanted to step back, get my sound together, get how I want mixing and everything, because I do want people to connect with me musically before they just look at me and say, oh, this is dope, or this ain't dope, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I want to have the music there.
Yeah, so, but you might want that, but I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes that's really what's gonna happen, because like I've seen the interactions of a lot of people. I've seen two different females say the same thing. Like when they seen you, they were scared. Like at first the image was scared, but then they hear the image, they hear your music, and it just changed everything.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like it's gonna be like you're gonna get. Well, you could answer this better. Do you get different? Do people take it differently when they see the mask?
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Like it's always. I did this because it's just one end of the spectrum or another. It's either dope as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, can we cuss on here?
You can, yeah.
Okay,
Whatever.
all right. It's either dope as fuck. It's either lame as fuck. Like whatever you think. You know what I'm saying? Whatever who you are as a person is gonna speak to you. If you're a creative person, you're gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? And for women, it's either creepy or kinky. It just depends on who you is a woman. It's just a direct reflection of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what is Zak North creative process like?
I'm a loner, bro. I'm in my personal life, I'm super introverted. You know what I'm saying? I got in my crib, my family. I got a big family. They come through my crib. It's sometimes where just the comfort of having them in my house is cool. I don't even come out my room though. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
Yeah, I'm very introverted, and I'm trying to use words to let you know it's more than a little.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, I can be at an event, a party or something, and I just get missing. They'd be like, "Where you at?" I promise you, I'm in the last stall in the bathroom, just chilling. Bro.
You just checked out. You checked out. It's your time. You done lost all energy for the day. You done with it.
Yeah, bro, and that's how I learned to write, bro. I would actually like in high school, and before that, like I would be at these large social gatherings, and then I just get a creative joke, and I'll go in the bathroom and lock myself in there and write. And so, believe it or not, now when I'm in the studio, so shout out Teddy P, Ted Popoff out of Atlanta. That's my producer, and he got a studio in Atlanta. And you know, when Ted produces a track, I'll put it on repeat and loop right to it, but I go right to the bathroom and I write in the bathroom. It's the weirdest phenomenon ever, but it worked for me.
So you go in the bathroom every time?
Almost every time. Like if I'm just out here, I don't really like huge studio sessions, but my brain, I got a little ADD, I think, too, because where my thoughts be all over the place, and then so if it's a lot of people in here, then I'm all over the place. So I got to get somewhere and sit my ass still, really channel in like what I'm thinking, and then that's the best way. The next way, and don't do this at home because it's dangerous, but I do it while I'm driving. You know what I'm saying?
You write while you driving?
I write while I'm driving.
Oh, you rough.
Yeah, I write while I'm driving, bro. Sometimes I get out and I'll ride 45 in a loop. Just on the interstate cruise control, with my knees.
Oh, man.
Writing on the phone, I'm listening. Woo, yeah.
So you get in a vibe like that. That's unique right there, definitely.
I just keeping a band with you, bro. That's my process.
Yeah. So do you perform well in the big studio settings? Because you said you don't like it. Is it something that you just rather not do at all?
Bro, I'm gonna perform, but when it comes to writing, when it's a lot of people, so I'm at the beginning of my artistry, right? As Zak North. So it's times as an artist where you really got to learn yourself and be your voice. So I've done the sessions before where I've been like, yeah, come through, and I'm gonna go in there and deliver and do what I do. I'm comfortable in there, but it's also one of the ones where I'm like, oh, my writing process was affected. I think I like closed sessions better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just learning to voice that now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I totally understand that. So when did you decide to go with the mask, and like what was the motivation for it?
Man, that's a great question. It's a defining moment. So I had a former business partner that I used to work with, and we creatively work with, right? And then we did some things financially together too. But nonetheless, we was having a conversation about releasing music, and the question was like, what's your image gonna be? And I'm just like, Zach, like, it's gonna be me. They like, I mean, that ain't enough. Like, we got to figure out how you gonna dress, what kind of shoes you gonna wear, what this, what. And bro, it got so overwhelming to me to where I'm like, bro, why does it have to be this way? Like, why can the music not be enough and the work be enough? But truthfully, marketing and imagery, that's one of the biggest pieces is if we accept you or not. Right. And I say we, I'm just talking about American culture. Yeah. And then to drill down more narrow into black culture, like we got to see it to believe it. You know what I'm saying? And so I was sitting there trying to figure out like how I was going to dress. We did a photo shoots, and you know what I'm saying, I had different styles going in the photo shoots, and then I was really looking at myself and I'm like, damn, do I identify with myself as an artist? And I was like, man, fuck this, bro. I got to come up with a way that takes all these questions out. Like, obviously you can see I'm black, but for what I'm talking about, like, black, is he white, is he attractive, is he not attractive, is he straight, is he gay, is he this and this, bro. So I start thinking like, how do you address all that one thing? Where you put a mask on, you make it dope as hell, you create mystery around it, you let people wonder what you look like, let them create what you look like in their own brand, but they gotta accept your music first. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to take the power, bro, away from labels and personnel who try to come in and creatively shape how you gonna look and present yourself. I wanted to create that first to where I know I want to go major, but I don't want them to tell me who to be. So what I did was create who I am. So now all they got to do is amplify.
Yeah. So about what year do you think you started with the mask?
The mask, the concept is something that I thought about years ago, bro. Like as a kid, this exact design, bro. I was sitting in my job probably about 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago. 5 years ago. That's when.
So 5 years
2017, bro.
Hey, so were you a artist without the mask already before, or was the mask the beginning of? So you was just a writer at that point?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I had put some stuff out on SoundCloud under like different names and stuff like that. But let me tell you something. This is something I learned, and again, shout out to my manager. Until you have a strategic plan behind your art, I can't really call you an artist because in today's time, like artistry, even what you're doing right now, it's an art to journalism, bro.
Yes.
And unless you putting the work in and having a plan with your art, I can't say you're an artist. You just have an interest in it.
Yeah.
So I would just say, bro, I had a hobby. I didn't know how to monetize it. I didn't know how to get it to the people, but it didn't necessarily make me an artist. You know what I'm saying? You even think about like Michelangelo. I think he painted the Sistine Chapel. For them to even know he painted that Sistine Chapel, bro had to have a plan with his art. Yeah. He had a plan to get it to the right people, and then he was asked to paint the chapel in the Sistine Chapel. So it worked the same way for me too, bro. Like, yeah, I had to really like step back and like put the plan to it. So I ain't gonna say I wasn't an artist before. Nah, that ain't not at all.
Okay, and that's one thing that I have seen. We kind of was talking about that before. How your team is real tight. You got a real good team you done put together. You and your manager Stilo. Yeah. y'all kind of talking about how in the beginning it was a little bumpy. Y'all
Yeah.
bump heads, but it made y'all relationship a lot better at this point because of that. So, like, can you talk about that a little bit?
Oh yeah, man, for sure, bro. So again, like I had some previous situations, just homeboys where we like, yeah, let's do this shit together, and we didn't really see eye to eye. More so, you know, it was them trying to create the artist in me that they wanted me to be versus allowing me to be the artist that I am and do what come out of me. And so I didn't really trust nobody on the outside that was like, yeah, I can help you, because it always ends up with, I want to change you into what idea I have of you. And so when I first met Stilo, he would throw ideas and different stuff, and I would like ping pong right back. Ping, I'm like, nah, I didn't come up with it. We ain't using it. You know what I'm saying? And he would be like, this how we release music. And I'm like, nah, this how we gonna release music. But on some real piff, I feel like, you know, God kind of put people in your life for a reason, and I had to learn how to trust, bro. I had to learn how to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? It literally, like, probably a year and a half ago, I would walk around and my aura didn't even come off like, oh, bro, an artist. Like, it was just so introverted, and I had to trust him. You know what I'm saying? To get from where I got myself from A to B, but to get from B to C, that's where he come in, and I had to rely on his expertise and his knowledge that he had. As much as we like to scream out, and I say it all the time, I did the shit by myself. I did to a point.
Yeah.
And everybody do to a point. You do it by yourself. But yourself can only take you so far.
Right.
At some point in time, you're going to need somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's all fine and dandy. But and I just had to come to grips with that, to be like, bro, I need bro.
Yeah.
So let me stop being on my bullshit. Because it wasn't him. It was me. You know what I'm saying?
So speaking directly to that, what could you tell artists out there? Because, you know, there's a lot of artists that's starting out and they trying to work with managers. What could you tell them that'll help them avoid some of them mistakes and fighting against certain things when, like you said, the things that you went through? What could you tell them?
I would tell them, bro, you're going to go through things. You're going to lose relationships with people. You're going to start new relationships with people. But the biggest detriment that you can do to yourself is to project onto the next relationship because you had a faulty previous relationship. You got to be open with each person that you meet in this industry. And could you potentially be fucked over? Yes, you could. But you can't have rain without mud. And you can't have sunlight without rain. So what that means is, even though on one side of the coin you could be fucked over, on the other side you could get everything that you always wanted in life. So you always got to be open, bro, and treat each relationship like it's a brand new relationship. Put yourself on the line, trust yourself, allow yourself to be vulnerable with your art. And usually more, put it this way, my dad used to say this, hey son, you can't get the fruit unless you go out on a limb, because fruit don't grow close to the trunk. It grows on a limb. So you always got to go out on a limb to get the fruit. And so, you know, I just had to think back on that, bro, and just go out on a limb, bro.
Go out on their trust. Yeah. So basically, they're gonna have to trust somebody.
Yeah, have to trust somebody. You got to trust everybody. Really.
Yeah.
They somewhere you ain't. You gonna have to trust them. That's the only way you gonna know.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what Carolina artists have you worked with, and is it any Carolina artists that you're looking at you want to work with?
Yeah, man. So definitely, we know I work with Shaq. I work with an artist named V.
V hard.
I work with Zay the Goat.
Yeah, Zay.
Yeah, and bruh, I don't wanna leave nobody off. I think previously I've collaborated with an artist named Izzy from Western North Carolina. But outside of that, man, I haven't worked with too many artists here. I'm pretty closed off with my process.
So right, is that what you plan to continue to do, or do you want to make it a little bit more collaborative?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna have to collaborate, bro. Collaboration is currency. You know what I'm saying? The only way that I'm gonna further my reach is to work with other artists and allow them to work with me. I would just tell you, like, it's it hasn't happened. Now there are people who have reached out and was like, "Oh, bro, let's make a song. I do music too." But where I'm at in my career now, I ain't just trying to make a song just to make a song for fun. Like, this is business now. So it's like, bro, what we gonna do with the song? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if I'm going to exhaust this energy, I don't want to just paint a car and build a car up and just sit it in my garage and be like, oh, this thing is beautiful. Yeah. Nah, bro, like, I want to drive it. I want to put it out so other people can see what we did. And so now, man, it just got to make sense. It is a lot of artists here in North Carolina specifically that I do from all over the spectrums that I do respect and appreciate and want to work with, bro. I want to work with 4K. I want to work with Money Only Mo.
Yeah.
Bro, it's a group out of Raleigh. They call Western Estate, but one of the lead singers is called Marco Luca. Mm-hmm. I want to work with bro. Man, I don't even want to go down because I don't want nobody to get in their feelings. If
But you putting people on to some good musicians, because if you want to work with them, that means that there's people that they got talent.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, bro. It's that's what I'm realizing too. In this state, bro, it's some people out here that's dope, bro. That want to work. And then, bro, I even tell you on record, it's a cat out of Charlotte. I still want to work with bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't make it make sense. His name Mir 2 Time. You know what I'm saying? And he do like real like street gutter type shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, bro was like, yeah, let's work. Here's the cost, and I was like, oh, hold on now. That ain't where I'm at. Where I'm gonna pay for the feature right now. We work it out on the back end. But for his business model, it didn't make sense at that time. But maybe down the road, it would be. But it's a lot of people in the state, even in South Carolina too, bro. You
Definitely.
South Carolina earlier. Yeah. South Carolina got some hard artists, bro. So yeah, I'll just sum it up with that, bro. It's a bubbling music scene. There's a lot of people that's dope here that I want to work with. And when I think about Tiana's Rose.
Oh yeah, she's so hard, man. She dope.
And then this is just on the indie level, but on the mainstream level out of North Carolina, bro, I want to work with Tootsie, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't really been quiet about that. Like, it's just I'm gonna work with.
I could see y'all making a hard track together. Like, with your style, with his style, that'd be hard for sure.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and it'll happen one day, man. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta put my work in, do what I gotta do.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Get myself hot.
Yeah, it's coming. You ain't got to worry about that. It's coming. All y'all got to do is continue what y'all doing.
Yeah, man.
So, speaking of continuing what y'all doing, where do you see Zak North in 5 years?
Ooh, 5 years, man. So, I'll keep it basic. 5 years, Zak gonna be a multi-millionaire. All right, because the music gonna have been successful. I will have done a full tour, album released. I'll be signed. That deal looks like me retaining creative control and some ownership, and not giving up my publishing, but my masters instead. Some of that. Yeah. It looks like officially launching like the merch brand. Like, of course we're gonna put out merch before then, but we will already have launched like some type of merch partnership. I don't know if that's Nike, Puma, Adidas. Hey, y'all hit Stilo up. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Get it playing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it definitely looks like establishment, man. 5 years from now, I'm probably 3 albums in. Mm-hmm. I'm three albums in. 5 years from now,
three albums in, 5.
Yeah, okay. Working on the 4th. Yeah. Definitely established, bro. Definitely a consistent player in the Hot 100 on the Billboard charts. I'll have some major features under my belt. I'll know I'm there yet whenever I get that Cole or Drake stamp.
Oh yeah, Drake stamped you.
Yeah.
When he stamped you, you out of here. You the ones he stamped, they definitely was out of here.
It ain't even the feature. It's like, nigga, get on your story and play my shit at your $100 million house.
Yeah,
that's when I know I'm out of here.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. He'd do that. He definitely would do that.
Yeah.
He'd be on it.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
So I don't want to give up on forget that jewel that you dropped before though. You were saying how you kind of you looking for a record deal.
Oh,
you want a deal.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for at this current time.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know how true it or not, but the internet said that Jay Prince. You familiar with Jay Prince?
Yeah, you definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the internet said Jay Prince said, "Would you rather have 10% of a watermelon or 100% of a grape?" And what we got right now, bruh, it ain't. I ain't gonna say it's a grape. This shit a pumpkin seed right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have 10% of the pumpkin.
Right.
You know, so that look like, yeah, I can do everything I can do. I call it controlling the controllables. I can do all of that. I create marketing, create a PR strategy, create a release strategy, create the music, game plan on the videos, the artwork. We can do all the media outlets locally. We can get on the radio. The question is, then what? How's the kid in Seattle, Washington going to hear about Zak North?
Right.
How's the kid in Bracknell, England going to hear about Zak North? My resources ain't. Yeah, I have the internet. That's true. And people tell you, oh, you do it yourself. That's fine and dandy, bro. But when you look across these companies, these major players like Universal Music Group, Viacom, Vodafone, like all these, Paramount, all these major, Sony, all these, bro, they even own the playlisting. You don't think they got Apple in their pocket? They don't got Spotify in their pocket? And I ain't saying nothing shady going on, but I'm just saying
it's business.
Yeah,
it's business.
Relationships are deeper than what I had.
Exactly.
And so I know at some point in time I'm gonna have to have that conversation with a label to say, I need what you got, and you can benefit off what I got. And we're gonna have to make it shake, because I want to go to the top of the food chain. I ain't here to play with it. I'm here to compete with the top of the game.
Right. And like you said, because even as simple as them playlists, people don't understand how much of a difference being on them playlists make. Just the other day I went on a long ride. I hopped right on the little rap playlist, let it roll through. There's a reason all them extra streams that everybody getting, but people not understand that if you're not getting there unless you sign that deal, you got to sign somewhere. You ain't, as an indie, you're not just gonna slide up on them playlists, not the big ones.
And people always these days they banking on you to go viral. What's your numbers? This and that, bro.
Right.
Less than 0.0001% of people go viral in this industry. So it ain't likely that you're gonna go viral. And when you do go viral, you show me an artist that went viral that's still sustainable. Matter of fact, this ain't even no shot, but because it's one of my favorite songs. She's a runner. She's a track star.
Yeah.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Tell me another song.
I can't.
Right.
And that was definitely a hit. That was definitely one.
You know what I'm saying? It is one artist I know that went viral and still here, and that's Lil Nas X. But Lil Nas took the deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He took the deal for sure. He took the
deal, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like now. Look, you gonna have to give up something, bro. Like you're gonna have to give up some of your ownership. It's life is give and get. Now, I ain't gonna give up my butthole, but you know what I'm
you ain't giving you can't get that up. Hollywood do get a little crazy.
Yeah, do get crazy, and y'all don't feel like everybody doing that, but there's some of y'all motherfuckers out there doing that. I'm just letting you know off real. Zak North said, "Hey, you can have a piece of this these masters," and that's about the extent I'm willing to talk.
Give it a last one.
Cut.
Nah, they need to hear that shit though. They need to hear that.
Rapper Zak North.
Talks about not giving up, but
Yeah, they need to hear that shit.
hey, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get into no names, no details, but Hollywood do be crazy.
Be crazy, man. You be hearing these stories a little bit too often.
I'm telling you, it ain't supposed to come up that often, no.
Yeah. And especially the crazy part that get me is when a person come out and be like, yeah, it happened to me, and they be like, he off the deep end, he crazy.
Yeah.
And everybody be like, yeah, he crazy. I'm like,
yeah.
Bro.
That's what it kind of make you think about, like Orlando Brown, but he was saying some wild stuff. But then like, what is it? Is it based in some truth?
Yeah.
Like, is it some truth in the stuff he's saying?
But he's saying the same thing that Raz B and them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, from B2K.
Oh, yeah, Raz,
them boys was saying, and they was like, this having this. I'm like,
yeah, the story shouldn't be lining up that much.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, I don't know what y'all got going on, and however y'all want to be, y'all be that way. I'm gonna tell you this right now, though. I'll be independent forever.
Yeah, that for real.
Yeah.
So, but we was talking about the music. You said you got some music on the way. What you say you had?
100%, man. We got been working hard, bro. We got an EP dropping, bro. It's called For the Love of Summer, man. Shout out Charlotte. Charlotte had provided a home for me away from my home. Charlotte, really the first city, the first city to take hold of me and say, like, bro, we love you, we rock with you, we behind you. So wherever I get to where I'm going, Charlotte home for me, and I'm going to always rock with the city, you know what I mean? So definitely got that on the way. For the Love of Summer, it's got the track Are You Done with Hot Boy Shaq. If you ain't heard that, go get that.
Go check that
Fire.
out. Video hard.
Video
Black
hard.
and white. Oh yeah, y'all dropped like a clip talking about the concept for that. You like black and white videos? That's your thing?
Love them.
You gonna do more? You can do more. Yeah, I heard you say you would do all of black and white. Yeah, that was hard. It was dope. I like that.
Look, even the paperwork black and white, bro.
Yeah.
And it's so synonymous to me, bro, because
Like Spider.
I feel like my career trajectory, it's in black and white. Ain't no gray to it. Like, it's black and white.
Yeah.
This is where I'm going to. And so when my imagery, when I do certain stuff, I want that shit black and white. This is what it is.
Yeah, your social media. I love the way your social media. Like the first time I came across you was before we even came in contact, and I seen your social media how it was all laid out. I was like, well, it's team working. I could tell you working, your team working. Y'all gotta just the thing that you said earlier about being an artist. Everything.
Yeah.
If you really in your craft, you're an artist. If you really paying attention to what you're doing, like if you just got an interest in it, that's what it is. You're not an artist unless you really got a plan behind what you're doing.
Yeah.
I really love hearing that. That was dope. And that's how I look at, like you said, I look at my journalism. I'm an artist. You look at you a music because you taking it serious and you taking it over to that next level.
Yeah, bro. That's what it is. And I want to say this to the people who don't have a plan. That's okay too.
Yeah.
Because just get started. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If that's getting started with you making, getting a microphone and doing it at your crib, if they in journalism, like, just get started. And, you know what I'm saying, along the way, create your plan as you go to develop your artistry. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with being at the forefront at the beginning of that, because at one point in time when you pull up my social media, it wasn't nothing on there. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you say you interviewed Carter.
Zak North working.
Zak North.
Yeah,
Okay.
he working.
I got a chance to meet Carter early in his journey, and when he met me, like, he was looking like everything hard, the music sounded good. The first thing he did was go pull up my social media and be like, bro, you ain't got enough to keep me interested. You know what I'm
So
saying?
that was a real realization, though. That's what you needed to hear, though. That's exactly what you needed to hear, because it was the opposite. The polar opposite of that was when I looked at your social media, I'm like, dang, he really been working. So clearly you heard what he said that day.
Exactly, bro. Heard it, and then had to spend that check a little bit too.
Yeah.
I'm definitely eating on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches right now. I ate 3 of them yesterday.
The artist life. Artist life.
Life of a
So
starving artist.
it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off.
It better. It better.
Well, you got it, bro. You got it for sure. But is there anything else you want to leave people with before we get up out of here?
Yeah, man. I said it at the beginning of this. Please go tap in with me at iamzaknorth.com. Got a place to leave your email, leave your phone number, put that information in there, because when I drop stuff and it's exclusive content, when I drop music, I can get that right to you. You ain't got to go digging for it. I want to send it right to you, where you got to just one click strategy, send it to you, you click it, you play it, and you share it. That's all I want you to do for me. Go tap into iamzaknorth.com and tell a friend to tell a friend that Zak North is dope and he coming. That's all I need you to do.
Yeah. Y'all heard it here. Be Supreme Spotlight. I appreciate you stopping through,
sir.
bro. And whenever you drop that tape, we're going to get another one in. Gotta let people know. Let them know for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and we out. Keep it in the streets.